Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. We are going to do a deeper dive on some of these changes that we got. I wanted to share this with you in a little bit more extensive format with a couple of things that are there. We're gonna look at it. Already covered the update notes a little bit quickly, but there are some that I think take a little bit deeper dive for some of the opinions, and I didn't want to have a 40-minute video. So this is the deeper dive on those parts. Let's get to it.
WolverThor!
All right, so like I mentioned, I already did a video on a lot of this stuff. We don't need to go through all of it again. All right, so squad battle. One of the things that I did want to read through a little bit here, a little bit more detailed so we can talk about what this was. I actually had a video ready to talk about what we thought this was going to be. I was really hoping it'd be sort of like a battle auto chess type thing. It doesn't seem to be like that. It might be like something that they had in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which could be cool, but we'll see. So they talk about, again, strategically placing. The stronger the teamwork skill, the more effective the powerful the team formation for squad battle. Materials and currencies used to enhance teamwork skills cannot be recovered. Once the teamwork skill has been enhanced, it cannot be undone. So I don't know if that's going to be something that happens when you form a particular team or that you give to your character, exactly how that works. So with both offense and defense, the stronger the teamwork skill. Yeah, so we'll see. Agents can join squad battle, having at least 3 heroes, level 100, 3 teams, a defender attacker with up to 3 heroes per team. I'm assuming you're going to want to have at least 3. Also, hero must be placed to equip a companion. Companions alone cannot be equipped. So it sounds like each character that you place is going to have a specific companion. That would means you're going to have to have at least 3 companions. It's going to be interesting to see if they allow you to have, say you have your 3 teams or whatever. If my team of Wolverine, Captain America, and Scarlet Witch, can I have, Hulk, Mighty Thor, and Thor? Can I use Hulk again on one of my other teams or no? I don't know. That's gonna be determined. Squad battle does not require any maneuvering and attacks. And the battle takes place automatically. Victor gets points to immobilize all heroes in their team as more heroes at the end of the battle. The team that ends the squad battle midway will automatically forfeit. I think that's fine. Materials needed for teamwork. Skill enhancement, teamwork stone and gold. So this is something that's new that they're adding, is this teamwork stone. I'm fine with the gold depending on how much it is. It's how hard is it going to be to get teamwork stones? Money, you know what I mean? It's probably something like that. Hopefully it's an alliance raids, places where they've got things that they need to incentivize people to play. That's where I would look for these. Are acquired upon participation. Okay, maybe you only get them from just squad battles, which means you got to buy them, and then you got to buy them to get them to use them, or in hopes to get more from ranking higher. However, the amount varies depending on your squad battle result. Victory scores are gained from winning the battle. Grades are achieved according to the accumulated victory scores, and great achievement rewards are given. Great achievement rewards are only given once upon initial achievement. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes. The weekly ranking is determined according to the squad battle victory scores obtained before the season resets. Squad battle tokens, teamwork stones, and crystals are given as season rankings rewards. So again, you want those squad battle tokens probably for a shop, teamwork stones to make your squad stronger. Fine. Squad battle tokens can be used to exchange various items in shop, the squad battle tokens. So that's something that's new. Teamwork stones can also be used to extract core booster essence starting from core booster tier 30. Is that a little slight hint that core booster tiers is going to go up more? It needs it. Well, we'll see. Or maybe once you get to 30, that's when you can do it. So, okay, I'm not sure. Can be used to extract core booster essence. I don't know if you'd want to do that anyway, but regardless. All right, so this talks about the participation. We already did that. We already talked about. So anyway, so this squad battle, I still don't have a clear picture on what it's going to be like. It's an auto mode. It's going to be I talked about this in the other video a little bit, where is it going to be a situation where if you've got a 2 million character, 2 million character, 2 million character, but you're your teamwork points, right? That's what they called it. That basically your teamwork skills, if they're not built at all, can someone who's got a 1-5, 1-5, 1-5 on these 3 characters, but much higher teamwork skills, can they beat you? Can the composition matter? That I'd be for if there was some actual strategy there and it's not just power. And at the same time, some power should matter a little bit, I'd think, but maybe not. We'll see. Maybe it's all about these teamwork token type things or teamwork stones to build things up. All right, we don't need to talk about the companions. We already did that. Don't need to talk about any of that. All right, Black Widow. So skills. No, I talked about this a little bit in my other video, and I'm familiar with this. So sniper, we know that, this is the one thing that sometimes even her move here that you're seeing on screen in the bottom right, when she dives back like that, that can bring her out of range from characters. Sometimes she does it to the sides, depending on how you're moving. Sometimes she does it back like that. Sometimes she does it and then a character jumps. In PvP, sometimes she'll do it and someone can literally run out of range. It's a sniper rifle. It should never miss at all, ever. But so they did that, and they reduced the motion length a little bit as well. So we'll see how that works out. Exploit weakness. This one, I'm a little torn on how I feel about this one. That's this ability here on the right hand side. She just dashes through them. It was super quick. They're not changing the stam, I guess, which is good. But the close quarters combat, the quick strike, that's the quick step strike is one that a lot of people use anyway. It's really nice. They're both untargetables. I think they've changed this exploit weakness because a lot of people just constantly used it, but we'll see. All right, now let's check out the magic skills. Magic items. So the first one is the Sumbo Limbo Troop class, which is this one here. And what they're doing here is a cooldown it's a 10% decrease. So this was 34 seconds, and now it's going to be 30 seconds. This one, let's see, I know obviously I don't have any of these built up. This was, man, 39 seconds. That's long. So, that's going to be, closer to 30. Same thing here. This is, looks like, oh, that one gets used a lot in Dimension Duels. So that's going to be a shorter cooldown. And then this one, which I think is the dragon, that's the mini dragon. Summons a baby limbo dragon. It breathes fire in front in a linear path, soars in the sky, then deals damage by burning the ground in the shape of a cross. It continues to aid in battle for the set duration. So it's a long cooldown of 41 seconds. I was screwed up on my numbers earlier. Sorry about that. Those numbers are gonna be a little off, but okay. I mean, the one that I see the most on these is this one. Magic folk, let me know if you really think this is that big of a deal. It's a 10% decrease, which, 10% of, 40 is 4. So it's a 35-second cooldown on this. Okay, fine. Specializations. So this you can read this here. So this specialization, I've literally have none built on her. It looks like I did one probably for some storage achievement stuff, but we just get 2% more of the damage dealt is going to come back as HP. It's like a kind of like a leech type of thing. So fine. Iron Man, we already know the Operation Speed Amp. That's actually going to increase the alt gauge a little bit. If you're not familiar with what Speed Amp does, that one is actually an ability. I don't know, people switch back and forth a little bit on where they want to use it. I don't think I currently have that in any of my PvE builds. It might be more of a support type thing. So where do I have these at? So let's see, Speed Amp is, I think, in this tree here, right? Yeah. So Operation Speed Amp, this one on the right, they're going to make it so that this gives you more alt gauge. Okay, the nice, so is alt gauge going to be a thing for Iron Man now? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it gets more into this in the barrier in a second. So with an additional 5% there, you've got the skills here where it's also the with his ultimate, he gets some more barrier and it's going to track and it decreases the actual animation for it. I think that's great because you can see he's just, that takes forever to load up and do. So, did I think Iron Man needed a buff? No, I didn't, as far as some things go. He does fall off late game, and then we've got these Arc Gauntless class. I don't use this at all, and I don't know of a lot. Let me find this. Yeah, I haven't built this up at all. So the whole class guard break amount is increased. So there's a medium on that one. It's probably going to go to high. This one's medium, going to go to high. This one's a high, probably going to go to highest. and this one's medium, probably going to go to high. So maybe, you know, this guard break build for PvP might become a thing, and that might be a class that, you know, Iron Man might need to consider using if he's finding problems in PvP. So something to consider. Captain Marvel was the other one. This is pretty plain. I don't need to go to her to look at this. You know, we talked about it in the other video. She's getting more alt gauge. I think there's going to be some stuff more later we're going to look at as well, but I think that's fine that they're doing it. Doctor Strange, let's jump to him. All right, so gateway summoning, gateway launch. I don't know if all strangers, you know, I do still see this out there. I've got it built on mine. And basically what they did here is a slight reduction in motion length. So maybe it can hit quicker. So that way, I mean, that is a long animation. I love seeing that because I know as a Widow, when I was using Snipe and Dimension Duel on any Strange ever used that, I was like, snipe time, because they wouldn't dodge out of it because it was their big hit. So I think that's a buff to Strange, which is nice. Now let's get into Storm. Okay, so this is the rage here. Icicle, Crash, Snowstorm, Shield. This is the bubble, right? So they're changing the bubble. It has a longer invincibility effect than it was intended. I talked about this in the other video. They are fixing that. I think that ultimately at the end of the day, and you can't tell on this screen necessarily, but as she's there and she's out, she was still invincible. So they're reducing that invincibility frame after it. I don't know how long it is for. They don't say how long it is for here, you know, but whatever it is, I'm guessing that the iframe is just going to be for whatever it is after she like is kind of like coming down out of it, or maybe right after she's out of it. All right, so I'm going to stay on Storm for a second. So what they did down here is that they had a steampunk. Originally was atmosphere control skill and +7, and they changed it to Weather Witch. So Weather Witch here is the electrocution. This is the thing that blows everybody to smithereens. Atmosphere control. This one, you know, is a higher cool or a shorter cooldown, 6 seconds. This one's 21. You know, this one only hit for 275. It's shock. From what I could tell, though, I'm guessing this is going to be a DPS increase, frankly. This electrocution is insane with how much it hits. You get a +7 on that. That is going to just be nuking people. So, and bosses. So for all the storms out there, let's see what happens here. By the time this video drops, I'm guessing you're probably going to already be knowing and testing. Please comment below. I'd love to hear what your initial thoughts are. All right, let's go back to PvE. So Weather Witch here is lightning control Weather Witch. So here we go. So lightning cloud. Now this is gonna be +14. So you're gonna start looking at other abilities. It's like, okay, well, you know, that's lightning cloud. That's lightning cloud. But it's atmosphere control. So it's still gonna get, and see, what was it again? It was Weather Witch. And then we get lightning cloud and Weather Witch. So we still get, as we look at these, this is still lightning cloud. So this one gets the additional plus is the Weather Witch. Lightning cloud, air current, maybe change that. Air current. This is a deep freeze. Let's see. What's this one? Deep freeze and an air current. So really it changes from your, you know, lightning cloud, atmosphere control to this, the electrocution Weather Witch, which again hits like a truck. It is insane. So the question is going to be, is this one thing that you use every 20 seconds that hits really hard going to be, and with this now boost, going to be better than what this used to use every 10 seconds, which you'd get twice. So in the same time you'd get this, you know, and just looking at the math here, this is once every 20 seconds for 1300. This is if you use the same thing. So every 20 seconds you get to use this twice. Let's just round it up to 400. That's 800% damage. Well, I see this as a better increase, honestly. Like, every 20 seconds, I'm getting 1300% damage, whereas every 20 seconds here, I'm getting about 800% damage. 1300, 1800. So I think, in my mind, that's better, you know, and every storm is going to be using this. I don't think I've set up my PvP skills yet, but you know, you're looking at, I think it was this one. I hadn't finished it. I didn't make a graphic for it, but this Weather Witch, again, you're going to be using this often. I didn't even have it in there. You might want to now have it in there with the lightning cloud stuff, depending. But anyway, that's what we got for Storm. Let me know your thoughts on her below, because I know a lot of people are upset. So let's go back to the notes and look at Star-Lord. All right. PvP. So problem solver skill, let's see, let's find. So he changed from Problem Solver, Rapid Fire Spin. It got a slight reduction in motion length, which I believe, isn't this one? Yeah, this is it. So you can see him jumping around. That thing was just too long. They needed to change it. Frankly, I'm fine with it. I don't have much to say other than that. I think Star-Lord's, I feel you if you're upset, but 2 dodges for 1 move, honestly, is a little bit ridiculous anyway. So then let's go to, all right, so Star-Lord. Star-Lord had Rise of the East and Eye of Osiris changes, so we're gonna look at that. Okay, so Star-Lord, Rise of the East, Elemental Blaster to Jet Boots. Let's look at that first. So in PvE didn't have Rise of the East as a set, and didn't have it in PvP either. Those were the 2 builds we put out for Flame. Looking at what we got here for Star-Lord, let's see, Rise of the East was sort of a meh anyway, so I'm not sure you really should have built that, frankly. And then Eye of Osiris, we did have for both of those. So I'm going to skip the Rise of the East because, well, no, I don't want to do that. So let's just look at it. So it's going to change from Elemental Blaster to Jet Boots. But again, Jet Boots, let's see, that was, that's this one here, right? Yeah, so I've got that. I do have that in the PvE build, if I remember right here, right? Yeah, I mean, it's there. So I guess it gives it some ability, but I'm not sure I'm using it much. And then though, when you go to the PvP, we didn't switch over to Blaster. So I'm not sure Rise of the East really is worthwhile with that anyway. The other one, Eye of Osiris, let's go back to the proper page. So Eye of Osiris went from Blaster Charge to Problem Solver. So Blaster Charge though, going to A, that's, I believe this, no, it's Flame Cannonball. There we go. So from your Blaster Charge, they are changing that to your Problem Solver, which, okay, you know what? In PvE, that could be a bonus based on the builds we're talking about. So because, you know, before with Eye of Osiris, you might not get that buff there. It gives you a lot of flame damage, but now, instead of giving that one, it's going to give it to you with the Problem Solver, which is an absolute must-have. And even in, if I believe right, with the PvP builds, let's see, yeah, Problem Solver's there too, versus, let's see, what was it again? Blaster Charge. So when we look at that, you know, okay, like I guess in PvP maybe it's sort of a wash, but in PvE it looks like they're trying to give you a boost, which in my mind they're probably doing that because they see less people use Blaster Charge in PvE, but they do still see everybody still use the Problem Solver because it's such a hit. So they're giving that a boost. So I think with this elemental damage thing, we've got to wait and see what the changes are, but it looks like they've made an attempt in both of these sets of gears, which I believe are the best in PvE for both of them, for both Storm and Star-Lord, that they're giving it to an ability that is going to give you a better increase. So if you have those sets, it's going to help you. Now, if you don't have those sets, that's where it's going to be tough. Like, I'd really like for them to have done that with some regionals as well, maybe. Just looking, let's just take a peek at the regionals so we can explore this topic. Is well, they already had Lightning Cloud on those, so you really should have been using you know, Hydra or Xandrith anyway, so you should be a little fine there. But problem is that if you are losing some of your elemental, if you've got a Hydra or Xandrith set, and you're losing that elemental damage, that's going to be a problem for you, because how are you supposed to gain that back? Whereas the steampunks, the people with those, are going to be able to gain it back because of the increase in that switch. Now, Star-Lord, similar, let's see. So we liked Flame with Sakaar. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. And the Flame was always there anyway. So you were getting that bonus from him regardless of whatever build you got anyway and whatever you're using. It would have been the same regardless. So he's fine. Storm, no, I take that back. So because you're still losing, you're going to be wearing that set. So you now, like, nothing changes from you other than the elemental damage change, which is going to make you feel weaker. So it's sort of like pushing you towards specials, which doesn't feel great. Now, how do you make up for that? I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I think that part, those people I could see being frustrated, and I've seen a lot of people talk about that, frankly. So those are the changes in the gear sets. We went through all these issues. Overall, I do think, I mean, I feel for the people who maybe invested in Star-Lord or Storm in that set. Now, mainly the ones who have regionals. All of those who have these specials, I'd love to hear from you. If you want to comment below after this change, let me know what you're seeing. I'm guessing damage-wise, you're probably going to be about the same and or equal to what you were, and or a little better than what you were before, because of what they've boosted the ability that should be used in PvE and likely might be also used in PvP as well. But I could see those with the regional gears feeling a little bit more hurt by that. So maybe they'll give us some more ability to get some of the special gear, because they're going to give us additional special gear down the line. I don't know. We'll see. Before we move on, I talked about this elemental stat damage thing. It's mainly Storm and Star-Lord. I covered that. Guard damage, I don't want to go with that. The HP absorption stat adjustment. All of these things, I think, were things that needed to be fixed regardless. Maybe because it was healing you too much. So there's really not much more to say that. The summon personage with the invincibility effect, I actually don't know necessarily what that was. If you know what that was, please comment below. I don't play Spider-Man or Doctor Strange enough or pick up exactly what they're saying with these. So let me know if you think that was something that was justified in changing these. But I'm hoping that maybe somebody wasn't as invincible, or maybe gained some HP that they shouldn't have when they were using these abilities. So that is all I got. I appreciate you guys watching this one as well. I just wanted to go in a little bit deeper dive on this particular one so that we could talk about it. I might make the thumbnail Storm Star-Lord buffed. Don't hate me, Justice for Storm people, but let me know what that is, and I'd love to talk with you guys about it. Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, notification bell, subscribe, and until next time, we hope you have a wonderful day.